How do you assess the impact of affirmative action
Well,
policies in the context of higher education and social mobility?
I showed up on the Yale campus in September 1969. I was one of 96 black kids. The class of 66 at Yale had 6 black guys to graduate. And our class was the first class. Affirmative action helped women vastly, and especially white women, as much as it ever helped people of color. That's something that's very important to remember, because our class had the first class of women in the history of Yale, 250 women, 96 black people were in the freshman class or transferred. And I never would have gotten into Yale without affirmative action. I was smart enough to go. I graduated Phi Beta Kappa. I was summa cum laude. Junior year Phi Beta Kappa. I'm proud of that. And so I was smart enough to get in, but I wouldn't have been one of those 6 black guys who graduated in the class 66 because their parents were either wealthy or connected to wealthy white people who had gone to Yale. Nobody in the hills of West Virginia who was black was going to get into Yale. I would have gone to college, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Like my brother, like all those people in my family went to Howard. My brother went to West Virginia University, which was a very big deal, but I wouldn't have gotten into Yale. So as far as, and you know who was there? Ben Carson was there. Sheila Jackson Lee was there. Kurt Schmoke, the first black mayor of Baltimore, now university president, was there. Little old me bringing up the rear. Linda Darling, the famous educator, Linda Darling Hammond at Stanford. We were all there together. Anthony Davis got the Pulitzer Prize in music in 2020. We were there, and it was, affirmative action was a way of ending a strict racist quota on the number of black people who could matriculate at universities like Yale. And that's what it did. So,
thank you very much.
and as far as I'm concerned, nobody in the American Academy has benefited more from affirmative action than I have, which is why there's one African American who is going to go to his grave as an ardent and passionate defender of affirmative action.